Today, using a block of wood and a Porta Power to repair this dent. This is a perfect, affordable method for laterally repairing and saving large damaged panels. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how I got this dent from looking like this to this without replacing or repainting. Hello, I am Ken, the man that rips on steel. Backstory. Today, I'm working on a Scion. Customer was sitting at a four-way. Out of nowhere, a skateboarder shot out like a cannon across the intersection, hit a rock, and flew shoulder first into the fender. The fender got pushed into the door. Now the door rubs. The entire fender is out of alignment. The main dent is 26 inches across. Tools I'll be using for this repair: a 2x4 block, Porta Power, a battery saw, dent craft PDR rod, blending hammer, hot glue gun, a torch, a mini screwdriver, and a PDR light. My first step, I'm going to make my own tabs out of wood. I'm going to make two cuts. One cut down the middle, final cut will be across. My next step, I'm going to clean the panel with a 91% alcohol. Going to remove all the dirt and wax from the panel. Using a torch to warm the panel. Squeezing hot glue on the wood block. Placing the block just above the body line on the right side of the dent. The key here is to make sure the wood blocks are lined up in a straight line for the Porta Power feet. Let's zoom in on my setup. We are ready. The glue is set up and my Porta Power is ready to go. Warming up the deepest section of the dent so the paint doesn't crack. Putting the Porta Power in place between the wood blocks. The feet now lined up. Going to begin pumping the handle, increasing pressure on the ram. The ram is opening up and you can see the lateral movement on the blocks. The toughest part of the dent is coming out perfectly. No pushing, no knocking down on the crown. The Porta Power did most of the work. Now that's what I'm talking about, making my life easier when pulling dents. Did you see the flex in that panel? Let's take a look at that one more time. That was awesome. The two blocks of wood stretching out the dent, and you can see the crown and the bottom of that dent move. Next, I'm checking the door edge. The fender pulled away nicely from the door. Now the door opens without rubbing. Spraying the wood with alcohol so I can release the glue. Grabbing my mini screwdriver, going to release the clips from the fender liner. Dent Craft PDR rod, going under the fender so I can push up the dent. Going to straighten out that body line first. Now moving the PDR tip just above the body line. Now I'm switching tools. I'm going to use a blending hammer on the outside surface of the fender. Going to knock down some high areas of the dent. The palm of my hand is resting on the panel, guiding the head of the hammer with my index finger. My other tool I'm using is a PDR light in conjunction with the hammer. Using one LED strip on my PDR light to read the remaining damage. I'm going back to using my PDR rod, pushing on the back side of the fender. My PDR tip is on the left side of the fender, close to the door. Now moving the rod toward the middle of the fender. The overall shape of the fender is looking great. I will need to go back to the front side surface with my blending hammer to knock down more crowns. I will continue to go back and forth until the dent is completely out. I had difficulties reading the dent, so I had to pick a new spot. I opened the door and ran my tool behind my back and began pushing out the dent from a new angle. I'm going to put the fender liner back in place. Finally, I'm going to pop in the clips and lock in the liner. It's time to take a look at the final results. Have you ever used a Porta Power on a dent? I'm looking for a new Porta Power. Do you have any recommendations? What brand do you use? If you don't have one, do you plan on buying one? Are you a body repair tech wanting to learn PDR? Do you have PDR rods that you are practicing with now? Thumb one out in the comments. Would you be interested in learning some more tips and tricks on pushing out dents? Post a comment. Thank you for watching my dent video. If you're wanting to watch more videos with a Porta Power, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're wanting more information on one-on-one training, message me on my website. I will see you when I release my next clip. You make it a great day.